The Path to Spiritual Awakening. The world is but a show, glittering and empty. It is there as long as I want to see it and take part in it. When I cease caring, it dissolves. It has no cause and serves no purpose. It appears exactly as it looks, but there is no depth in it nor meaning. The only thing you can perceive that's really real and really exists is your own being, which you perceive as the sense of being present, as a presence of consciousness at the center of the world you perceive. Everything else you perceive in that world is part of the holographic virtual reality and isn't really real. If you want to awaken to the truth of what you really are, you have to focus your attention on that sense of being present. You have to turn your attention away from the world you perceive, look within, and know yourself to be that presence of consciousness. You have to stop paying attention to an illusion of what you are that only appears to exist in the world you perceive. Whatever you do in the world, as you focus your attention on the world, make that doing of secondary importance. Make focusing your attention on your own sense of being present, the sense of I amness, of primary importance. Before you can awaken, your attention has to become firmly focused and stabilized on your own sense of being present for the world you perceive, to the exclusion of everything else you can perceive in that world. Your attention has to become firmly focused on your own sense of being present for the world you perceive, to the point you become willing to totally withdraw your attention away from that world and do nothing in that world. To awaken to the ultimate truth of what you really are, you have to become willing to do nothing. You can only pass through the gateless gate when you become motionless and desireless. You first have to become aware of yourself as a moving point of illuminating consciousness, and then allow yourself to become motionless. When you totally withdraw your attention away from the world you perceive and do nothing in that world, while steadily focusing your attention only on your own sense of being present as a moving point of consciousness, you stop moving. You stop animating that world as you become motionless and desireless. When you totally withdraw your attention away from the world you perceive, you stop illuminating that world, and that world disappears from existence. When you become motionless and desireless, you enter into an ultimate state of free fall, and the holographic world you perceive disappears from existence from your own point of view. Your own sense of being present for that world dissolves away as your individual being, present at a point of view, dissolves back into the infinite emptiness and silence of its source of pure, undivided being. The totality of all mental projections is the great illusion. When I look beyond the mind, I see the witness. Beyond the witness is infinite emptiness and silence. Go back to that state of pure being, the I am in its purity before it became contaminated with false self-identifications. Abandon them all. Focus the mind on pure being. In it all disappears. Myself, the life I live, the world around me, only peace and unfathomable silence remains. Why don't more people awaken? Awakening is ultimately about becoming desireless. which is the same as dying. Who really wants to die? The answer is nobody. The question itself is a contradiction in terms. The expression of desire is all about living. To awaken, you have to get to the point that you see the futility and meaninglessness of the life you appear to live, become willing to accept death, and give up your desire to live. You have to become willing to let go and move on. You have to detach yourself from everything and stop caring about the life you appear to live. Easy to say, but impossible to do because it means doing nothing. Please visit the Science and Non-Duality WordPress.com website.